Pixar has officially released the first trailer for their upcoming animated feature, Turning Red, set for a release in early 2022. In this video, I'll break down all the info we know about the movie so far and talk brief thoughts and theories. Plenty to cover here, so let's get into it. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does wonders in getting my content out there. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to keep up to date with all the cartoon news. Of course, Turning Red was one of numerous productions announced by Pixar at the Disney Investor Day last December. And while we did get a very brief glimpse of the characters then, this brand new trailer offers us our first extended look at the movie. At Investor Day, Pixar Chief Creative Officer Pete Docter described Turning Red as a coming-of-age comedy about Mei, a confident 13-year-old who's experiencing the excruciatingly awkwardness of being a teenager. Everything in her life is changing. Her interests, her relationships, her body, and balancing all this with family and crushes and her devotion to the biggest boy band on the planet is no small feat. But there's one small, emotional, and furry twist. Whenever she gets too excited, which for a 13-year-old is like always, she uncontrollably poofs into a giant red panda, kinda like the Incredible Hulk, but cuter. Not much more info has been given on the film since, however the trailer does give us a small taste of what we can expect from it. As a teaser, this trailer doesn't really offer us much more than a single clip from the movie, which sees Mei in class peacefully studying away, when her absolute helicopter parent Karen of a mother appears outside the window, as horror-type aesthetics swell. Of course, this stresses Mei out and causes her to poof into a giant red panda. Hilarity ensues as she ends up running away from the school along the rooftops of nearby buildings. An ending sequence sees Mei calming herself down and re-poofing back into her human form. Of course though, it's not long before she gets a little too excited once more and then re-poofs back into the giant panda. It looks like we are in for a rocky ride with this movie right here. The concept of this movie is so enticing to me. It really feels like Pixar of old, taking a really wacky and original concept and just absolutely running with it. I feel like there's plenty more to explore and discover here, such as why Mei is inflicted with such a strange ability, and I feel like we might get a great deep dive into more fantastical realms, which is very, very exciting as that's where Pixar has been excelling with more recent movies. Of course, Turning Red has a fantastic cultural exploration here too, with the film's writer and director being Chinese-born Canadian filmmaker Domee Shi, the artist behind Pixar's terrific short Bao. The short made Domee the first female to direct a Pixar short, while Turning Red will make her the second to direct a feature, behind only Brenda Chapman, the co-director of Brave. Of course, the main character in the film, Mei, and her family are depicted as being Chinese, and the red panda is an animal native to China. However, judging by the maple leaf that is seen adorning many of Mei's clothes throughout the trailer, the movie will be set in Canada, more specifically in the Chinatown precinct of Toronto, meaning that this movie will seemingly be a semi-autobiographical piece, again, much like the studio's previous two movies, Onward and Luca. Turning Red will thus become not only the first Pixar feature to focus on Chinese culture, but the first to be set in Canada. I really am loving what I'm seeing here so far. The animation is gorgeous, as is to be expected from Pixar, and the character designs are really nice. Interestingly, Pixar seems to be moving away from their traditional style a lot recently, seemingly unwilling to conform and really just go where their stories take them, which I honestly only see as a good and incredibly creatively freeing thing for the artists. I love the design of Mei's panda form. The movement and detail in the fur is absolutely stellar. I am continually in awe of the studio's incredible animation work when it comes to hair and fur. It's absolutely first class. I also really love the fact that Mei quite literally poofs into a puff of smoke, emerging as a panda at the other end for her transformation. It's seemingly a great throwback to all those fantastic monster movies where the monster transforms off camera to save on the time and funds that it would take to intricately animate or develop visual effects for the entire process. Did you know the last time we saw Bruce Banner transform into the Hulk on screen was way back in 2012's The Avengers? I read that one on Twitter yesterday and my mind was absolutely blown. I thought it would be actually a pretty good place to bring that up. Not that it's incredibly relevant, but let's get on with it. Other small details that got announced quietly alongside this trailer is that newcomer Rosalie Chiang will be voicing Mei, while veteran actress Sandra Oh will voice her protective, if not slightly overbearing mother, Ming. As this is just a teaser, there really isn't a whole lot more to unpack here. It's a short and sweet one, which actually feels a lot like the animated teasers of the early 2000s of my childhood, which just like this would quite literally just be a single clip from the movie. I remember the original Ice Age trailer very, very well for this exact reason. Another fun fact, that was one of the very first viral videos I ever remember seeing. Back in the day when a viral video was simply a .wmv file that got forwarded along a chain of emails. Yep, that's how we used to view our trailers 20 years ago. Where was I? Oh yes! Alongside the trailer, our first poster has also been released, which features the red panda in an extreme close-up wearing a name tag with Mei's name and face. Interesting to note, the date given on Mei's ID reads 2002 to 2003, meaning this one looks like it might be set in the past. That would certainly explain the Backstreet Boys song that plays during the trailer and Mei's obsession with boy bands. Also note that Mei's full name is Mei Lee and her surname is Lee, obviously named after Pixar's favourite YouTube personality. However, we do need to look forward to the future before we can see this one, with a release date set for March 11, 2022. I will of course be here with all the updates as they happen. If you'd like to keep up to date with all the biggest cartoon news, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more regular installments like this. And if you're keen on diving deep into the history of all your favourite animated characters, don't forget to check out my continuing Cartoon Evolution series linked at the end of the video. Additionally, I've also just completed ranking every single Pixar movie by era and have updated my complete ranking list too. It was a huge undertaking, so don't forget to check them out while you're here as well. And at that, I'm throwing it over to you. I want to know, what are your thoughts on Turning Red so far? Did you love the trailer? Throw away down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.